How do you know when it's time to stop embellishing your cards? Well, come on in and let's talk about it.
Hello everybody, this is Julia Laird with Senior Susie Stamps. And today I wanted to talk just a little bit about how do you know when your card is finished? I see that question come up on Facebook pages quite a bit. And I think the short answer to that is sometimes you just need to step back and take a look at your cards and see, are they finished or do they appear to need something else? And these cards are certainly road-worthy cards, but to my mind, they're just not quite there yet. And so today I thought we would talk just a little bit about that and see if we can come up with some ideas on how to finish these cards that are simple and easy to do. Now I've already punched some white hearts, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but these are some little tiny silver dots. They add a lot of shine in just a little tiny spot. And then I also punched out some hearts that are the same paper, and I used this punch from Stampin' Up. It's an old border punch. I don't know if it's still available or not, but it might be that you have something similar in your studio. It's for making borders, and the punch outs are what I like to use with this punch. I have a smaller heart punch. This came from Hobby Lobby. And then I have a little small corner punch as well that does nice little small hearts. So what I thought maybe we'd look at is when you add something to a card, if it increases the eye appeal to the card, then you're not finished yet. But if you add something and it just doesn't really do anything for you, then maybe you are finished with that card. This particular one with the quilts, I've been fooling around and struggling with. I've added hearts in here and there and the rest of it, and I think just a little simple shiny dot in that star is really all that's needed. I already tried a little pink heart, a little pink dot in that star, and it just didn't quite get there. And I guess this one's going to give me a little trouble. There we go. So I'm going to set that aside, and then we'll come look at that and see. On this card, it has a lot of dimension and a lot of interest. There's a lot going on this card, but there's no shine. And I think it might be a nice little addition to put just a little bit of shimmer on the card that helps move your eye around so that it doesn't just get stuck someplace. So let's put some of these on there and see. And this is what I like to do when I'm struggling with getting cards adorned. I like to set them down on my work surface and fool around with them just a little bit, but not glue anything down. I think sometimes we're a little too quick to glue down, and then we're stuck with it. This one, because these hearts are pink, I wanted to stay with this pink. Personally, I don't like the pink and orange combination, but it was in the structure of the embellishments that I made already there, and there is orange and pink in this background dots. I'm just going to add a little wink of Stella to this heart, and it will soften the pink kind of into a rose gold. And to my mind, you may not be able to see that in the camera or not. I can't tell from this angle whether you can see it, but it makes a big difference. Just that little bit of, oh, Now what have I done? Just a little bit of sparkle on there. Let me get my paper towels. That's too bad. I have to redo that one now. Yeah, I'll fix another one of those and it'll be all right. So sometimes you just need to quit while you're ahead, don't you? Oh, there we go. On this one, I think it needs another little white heart over here, just for the continuity of 3. But I believe we might be able to go back in and implant some little silver hearts on top of those that would really help your eye travel around just a little bit more in this particular card layout. Let's just see. These little tiny things can be a little fidgety, and I like these little sharp point tweezers that I got from Amazon. Oh gosh, I've had these for years. I know they're still available. If you look for fine point tweezers, there's all manner of these on Amazon now. And see, I think that third heart, it helps your eye move around. There's hearts in all of these flowers, and when I made these 2 flowers and added them on, I put the original white heart on that one, and then I punched out a heart out of this paper and put it on the middle of that flower. But those little white hearts just seem to be a little barren to me, and I think by adding this little bit of sparkle on there, it makes a difference. Now on this one, this card has a lot going on. There's a lot of layers in the embellishment on here. There's fringe, but I still feel like the ice cream cones need just a little touch of Wink of Stella. So I'm going to add that. Carefully this time. Oh yeah, I think this is just going to make it really nice. It'll add a little sparkle to the card. I thought about putting some glossy accents on it. And this Wink of Stella is leaking again a little bit. It may be going in the trash. Fortunately, it didn't leak in the wrong place this time. There we go. And all that little bit of shine there, that's all that card needed. Let me redo this one and I'll be right back. Okay, as it turns out, I didn't have any more of that focal point that I had put on here earlier, but I found a nice piece of brown polka dot, and I put a little pink heart cut out with some Wink of Stella on it, and then just one of these little white hearts, and I think that finishes this card nicely. This one's done with a Wink of Stella on it. This one, I don't like these 2 hearts, so I'm getting rid of them. I'm going to leave that center one though, so I'm going to go ahead and glue it down now. So I think that one's done. On this one, all we have to do is glue them up now. Let me get my little sticker tool here. When I'm setting hearts like this, I kind of like to vary the angle just a little bit. This is some paper that came from Paper Wishes. I've had it for quite a while. And I believe it's called the Sweet Life. And that's kind of an ice cream theme. It's been fun paper to work with. These were just some scraps that were left over from one of the paper packs and some of the printable embellishment labels that came with it. And I cut them and double stacked them and used scrap here and there where I could, and that's what I made the flowers out of. There. And just that little bit of sparkle and shine really just finishes those cards out. I wonder about putting one in there, making kind of a big triple heart. Let's see. Remember my rule. If it adds to it, add it. And if it doesn't, stop. That's just the way I roll here. I want to see. I'm kind of liking that, so we're going to add it. Just a little tiny dot of glue. So I guess it was kind of fortunate where I ruined that other area, because I really didn't like that orange anyway. I like this chocolate color a little better on that card. And that one's done. Now, on these little stars, I am just not sure. I kind of like those, and then I kind of don't. I like them and I don't. No, I think I'm just going to leave this card as is, because I don't like them enough to go to the effort to glue them. And on this card, I definitely think I want to glue that little shiny spot on there. I added that pink dot earlier, and it just wasn't quite enough. This was a fun card to make. I did my score lines. I don't know if you can see them or not, but and then when after I had it put together, I took my flower making tool and puffed the edges of the inside of every one of these little squares, so it kind of looks a little quilty and puffy, if you will. Now I have gone ahead and added a little embellishment to the inside of all of these cards, and I guess I'll put one of these little dots of silver in this star as well. Oh, I took it right off after I put it down there, didn't I? There. But what I was going to say is I haven't done the inside sentiment, and I frequently do that on my cards because I'm never quite sure where a card of this, like this one, is going. Some of these I send to the nursing home, and they use them with their residents for a little handwriting activity. And so lots of times if I'm sending them to the nursing home, I don't add anything inside. But if I were going to send this, like as a thank you note, for example, then I'd finish the inside of that one. This one, I could have used another star, but I didn't have any. And this one just has a strip on the inside of it as well. And that one has a little strip of pink. Don't remember what's in this one. Oh, I put one of those little hearts in there, didn't I? So those are all finished now. And my little rule of thumb is try it. And if it is worth gluing it down, glue it down. If not, back it up and take it off. So I hope this helps with the thought process on when to stop in embellishing your cards, because there is a fine line. Sometimes you go over it and it can ruin your card, like it very nearly ruined this one. But I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.